Young Sheldon cast, Then and Now, 2026. Real name, age, and life partners. Time changed the Young Sheldon cast in ways no one expected. Some grew up fast, some disappeared from the spotlight, and one transformation might genuinely surprise you in 2026. Ian Armitage as Sheldon Cooper. By 2026, Ian Armitage is 18, and the child genius audiences once knew has stepped into a very different phase of life. After Young Sheldon ended in 2024, he continued building his resume with voice acting projects and appearances connected to major series like Big Little Lies, while also pursuing theater, his longtime passion. Off-screen, Ian remains single, openly prioritizing education, travel, and acting over relationships. Unlike many young actors, he has avoided controversy entirely, earning a reputation for professionalism at a remarkably young age. His focus now is clear: stage work, selective screen roles, and a steady transition into adult leading parts. Zoe Perry as Mary Cooper. Zoe Perry is 43 in 2026 and continues to work steadily in television and theater, often appearing in character-driven productions rather than high-profile blockbusters. After Young Sheldon, she returned to guest roles and stage work, including appearances in series tied to the Cooper family universe and other ensemble dramas. In her personal life, Zoe is married to producer Gab Tatopu, and the couple keeps their private world largely out of the public eye. She has no history of scandals, something increasingly rare in the industry. Her career direction has remained deliberate, choosing roles that emphasize emotional depth, long-term credibility, and creative stability. Lance Barber as George Cooper Sr. At 53, Lance Barber continues to work across television and voice acting, including roles in animated series such as Big City Greens, while also making guest appearances in comedy and drama projects. Even after his character's emotional exit from Young Sheldon, he briefly returned in spin-off content, reminding audiences how central George Sr. had been to the story. Off-screen, Lance has been married to his wife Alisa for over 20 years, and they are raising 2 children together, keeping their family life intentionally private. Despite occasional rumors that circulate around long-running productions, his professional reputation has remained solid, built on consistency and reliability. Annie Potts as Connie Meemaw Tucker. In 2026, Annie Potts is 74 and still remarkably active, continuing to appear in television, film, and occasional stage productions. Long before Young Sheldon, she built a career with iconic roles in Ghostbusters and as the voice of Bo Peep in Toy Story, and she has never fully stepped away from acting. Off-screen, Annie has been married to director James Heyman since 1990, and together they've raised 3 sons, many of whom work in creative fields. Her personal life has remained stable for decades, free of major scandals. Rather than slowing down, she has shifted towards selective projects, proving longevity in Hollywood can be built on consistency and character. Wallace Shawn as Dr. John Sturgis. Wallace Shawn, now 82, continues to balance acting with writing and literary work, a combination that has defined his career for decades. Many audiences still recognize him as the voice of Rex in Toy Story, while others know him for his long history in theater and independent film. In his personal life, Wallace has shared a partnership of more than 40 years with writer Deborah Eisenberg, choosing not to marry but maintaining one of the industry's most enduring relationships. He has largely avoided controversy, focusing instead on intellectual and creative pursuits. Today, his work leans increasingly toward writing, essays, and selective character roles rather than full-time screen appearances. Emily Osment as Mandy McAllister. Emily Osment is 34 in 2026 and continues to balance acting with music, releasing solo material while appearing in sitcom and streaming projects. Many viewers first knew her from Hannah Montana, but her later work has steadily reshaped her image into that of a mature, leading actress. Over the years, she has been linked to a few public relationships, yet she now keeps her romantic life largely private and focuses on career and advocacy work, including animal welfare causes. Reagan Revord as Missy Cooper. Reagan Revord is 18 in 2026, and her life has expanded far beyond acting alone. After young Sheldon, she began focusing on writing and advocacy, even publishing a young adult novel while actively supporting mental health initiatives and charitable projects. On screen, she has continued taking selective roles and guest appearances, gradually shifting toward more mature material. Reagan keeps her dating life private and remains single, choosing to concentrate on education and creative work. Free of scandals, her public image has grown stronger with time. What stands out most is how naturally she transitioned from a witty child star into a thoughtful young voice with ambitions behind the camera. Montana Jordan as Georgie Cooper. Montana Jordan, now in his early 20s, has experienced one of the most dramatic life changes among the cast. After young Sheldon, he stepped directly into the spotlight through the spin-off Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, turning a supporting character into a leading role. Off-screen, his personal life has moved just as quickly. He married his longtime partner and became a father, embracing a quieter, family-centered lifestyle in Texas. Montana has largely stayed away from Hollywood nightlife and controversy, preferring outdoor life and close family ties. His transformation has been striking, from an awkward teenager on screen to a grounded young adult balancing career, marriage, and fatherhood. McKenna Grace as Paige Swanson. By 2026, McKenna Grace has emerged as one of the most successful breakout stars from the young Sheldon generation. At just 19, she has built an impressive resume, appearing in major productions such as Ghostbusters and The Handmaid's Tale, while also developing a parallel career as a singer-songwriter. Unlike many young celebrities, she has remained single and intensely focused on work, channeling her energy into demanding dramatic roles and creative projects. Known for advocating animal rights and choosing complex characters, she has avoided the scandals that often follow rapid fame. What began as a brief but memorable role has turned into a career that now reaches far beyond the world of Sheldon Cooper. From child prodigies to parents, authors, and breakout stars, the young Sheldon cast has taken paths no one could have predicted. And perhaps no journey captures that change better than McKenna Grace, once a brief rival to Sheldon, now a rising force in Hollywood. Looking at where they all stand in 2026, which transformation surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments.